and welcome to IGL. I'm your host this week, Ansuz, and we're here with Garth's game, Wisdom. Worship, sorry. I don't know what
Working title, doesn't matter.
So from what I understand, it is a abstract kind of you've described it as a certain way. Marketplace? It's like a
Oh,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
shift on the kind of mechanics there. So I'll
Yeah.
stop jabbering on. How about you tell us a bit what this game's all about?
Sure. So one of the sort of I don't know, thought exercises that I've kind of seen popping up all over the place among like
Mm-hmm.
game designer circles is like, how do you make like what's your take on making a deck builder with a communal deck,
Mm.
right? I feel like I've seen a couple of people try like attempt this. Um,
Okay.
so I'm gonna cut over to so we can see the table here, and this is sort of my
Yeah.
stab at it. Um,
Aye.
So
It's
everyone has
very
their
interesting.
so this is a deck builder where all the players are playing as
Mm-hmm.
gods and they have their own access to their own like static market, sort of like Dominion, how like the piles are always
Aye.
the same. Um,
Okay.
but from there, all the cards that we're like, playing end up in that same middle deck.
The central deck.
Yes,
Interesting. Very
and
interesting.
that sort of represents the mortal realm. So each player takes on the role of a
Hmm.
god. These cards in front of you represent miracles that you can cast, and this central area is like sort of the mortal realm. And um, every round,
Interesting.
three cards are flipped up from this story deck. It's called in the mortal realm, and that sort of represents. And so let's
Mhm.
shuffle up and we can go. And then
So the story deck's the one in the middle, right?
Yep, so this is the story deck,
Okay.
the mortal realm here. So we can just
Cool.
flip over three cards,
What do we got here?
and
Tragedy, Drought, Providence.
so
Very
these
interesting.
represent sort of great events that have happened in the past, and
Okay.
this current generation of the mortal realm is telling these stories, and these stories are generating different sort of values or beliefs,
I see at the bottom,
and
yes.
those are at the bottom there. So now
Okay.
now us as the gods can use these different values
Mm-hmm.
to perform one miracle. So our miracles. Oh,
Interesting.
what god am I playing? What gods did Joe and Nerd choose?
I mean, I think App chose God of War, didn't he? Tarlak, God of War.
Okay, so Joe is the god of war.
Who's
Nerd
God of
is
War?
god of
Nerd
promises. Oh,
is
I'm god of
Promise.
knowledge. That's my favorite.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
knowledge.
switch over here. So I'm looking at all my stuff straight on.
I think we should address this right away. The art is very interesting and very nice. I'm a big fan of the kind of abstract look of it.
Oh yes, thank you.
Uh,
So this is all using that free Wombo Dream like
yeah,
browser-based app that kind of
heavily recommend it.
yeah,
I had no idea about it until you told me about it.
yeah.
It's seriously cool, honestly. Like it perfectly serves these kind of abstract games. Like, it works perfectly, honestly.
Nice. Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, so I like that. So okay, so now we've chosen our gods. I'm Vasoon, the god of knowledge. Nerd is Jade, god of promises, and Joe is, of course, the god of war. Each of the gods has this like sort of sheet here that sort of has
Yep.
shows that they've got a special power written
Okay.
under the god's name, and
Yep.
this little graphic here over on the left hand side, these bars
Oh yeah.
basically shows what strengths and weaknesses the gods have. So like you can see Tarlek, god of
Mm.
war, he really uh, can do a lot with this orange icon, which represents honor, right? So
Okay. Makes
like
sense.
so Joe is going to be trying to fill this deck with honor, such that he's going to be able to, because most of his miracles require some amount of honor in order to play them.
Okay.
Uh, Nerd, for instance, he's all about
So
greed.
he's more
Uh,
greed, yeah.
so
Promises. Makes sense.
he wants to fill the deck with cards that produce greed.
Mhm. Then for you, knowledge
Yep,
bottom
knowledge,
one, which I assume is
progress.
wisdom.
This green
Progress.
scythe
Okay.
is progress. So
Makes sense.
um, so that's sort of what that's one sort of angle that we're trying. Also, all these miracles, some of the miracles anyway, in the upper right corner have an
Hmm.
icon, and these icons uh, have immediate effects.
Yeah.
So when you play that,
Okay.
when you cast that miracle, a effect happens immediately, and then the glossary will sort of show you what that is.
Tribute when you play this card gain tribute token. Okay.
And then lastly, before we get going, there's 3 ways to win, right? So a player wins if they get 13 tribute tokens.
Okay.
Nerd
So
happens.
where those tokens
so that's what these counters are
for.
for.
The number,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So Nerd happens to have quite a bit of tribute, things that gain tribute in his deck, so he might be trying to win via tribute.
Via tribute, yeah. Makes sense.
A player is knocked out, they lose the game if they can ever, if at any point they can't cast a miracle on a turn. So each of these stacks only has 3 copies in them. So once you're out of one of the stacks, you know, like these like 4 over here are pretty easy to cast. This only costs awe. This only costs despair.
Yeah.
But once they are run out, then your miracles all start getting harder and harder to cast. So that's one way to win, is to just be the last god standing. And then the third way to win is everyone has a big epic miracle that is currently locked down here right next to their god card. And if you ever cast that, you just outright win the game.
You just win. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So
that's the bottom line. So we can just start right now by looking at these 3 stories that the mortals are telling, and we can use these values, which is progress, despair, and awe, to cast any of our unlocked miracles that don't have a black stone.
So whichever stories are out the deck, those are resources you have access to?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we can go ahead and... So for instance, I can do an excavation because that requires progress. Or... Oh, geez. That's actually my only option. The other...
So you only need one of the symbols to play it, because it says progress and greed, is that?
Oh, that's what it produces when the story is told on a future...
Oh, sorry, I see. Yeah, top left is the cost.
Yep. So
bottom is what it gives. Gotcha.
So I'm going to cast an excavation. Nerd is doing some colonization, and Joe, you can't cast commemoration.
No,
because the upper left is the cost, and there is no honor among the mortals this particular round. So you can cast something that costs 1 progress, the green icon, 1 awe, the white icon, or 1 despair, the black icon. And these 4 over here, these are the ones that only cost 1, so they're probably the ones that you could. That's the whole stack.
Empower.
Yes, you can do an empower.
Empower, very nice.
Okay, so Joe's miracle doesn't have any immediate effects. But Nerd and I both have effects that will take place.
Yes.
So Nerd having this priority token gets to do his thing first. So he gets to unlock 1 miracle stack. So he's taking this black stone off of Pestilence, and now on a future turn he can cast Pestilence.
Oh, so he's unlocked that. Very good. Okay.
Yep. So that's what that little circle symbol means. During my excavation, I record a story. So what I get to do is take one of these 3 stories that was told this round and save it to use next round as well. So I'm going to save this this story of tragedy, for a future round. Okay, now all the immediate effects have been resolved. So we just
those go into the deck.
Everything into the discard pile. This
Except
is
the one you pulled out.
This is for me to use next round, and then we flip 3 new cards, which is the whole rest of the deck. So we can just do boop boop.
2, 3. Heroism, prosperity, and paradise. Nice trio. I like the sound of that. So Joe can play an honor-themed one this time. Here we go.
Okay, so he can do commemoration. I've got lots of options myself.
Famine. God, that's a really nasty pitch on famine. Oh, it's really abstract, but I can piece together things that are really interesting.
Here.
What are you looking to play?
I think I would like the Gift of Fire.
Oh, so that will unlock a
So that will unlock a miracle stack for me. I'm going to unlock Behold Infinity, because I believe that will be castable at some point. Joe.
So you said the miracles just make you win the game when you cast them, right?
Yes, the one with the red in the upper.
Oh, okay,
right.
Okay. The other ones are just for getting you a bunch of.
Yeah, they have good effects and stuff. The big ultimate one without a story. The reason it doesn't have a story is no one's left to tell that story because the world ends basically. So,
Fair enough.
And you as the god win. Okay, so what's happened? I've chosen mine.
Gift of Fire, Commemoration, and
Heroism.
Okay, so, oops, where did that go, Joe? Doesn't go back into your stack. That just like lets you use it. Oh, there it is. Okay,
there it is.
Perfect. And Nerd is forgetting. That symbol means he gets to remove from the deck forever. Paradise is no longer a story that will ever be told.
Aww.
And then
nice.
That's it. We put everything in the discard pile, including this. But prosperity. Wait, is prosperity also? Yeah, that's that. So
yeah, prosperity also.
Heroism is saved for Joe for next turn.
Okay.
And that's that. We can give this a flip and a shuffle, and we pull 3 more.
1, 2, 3. Pull them.
All right, here we go.
Whoops.
Ooh. Okay, we got
power.
3 exciting ones here.
Excavation, Gift of Fire.
Okay, so so now we have lots of values accessible to us, and this is exciting for me because there is 2 greed and 2 progress available.
2 progress, yep.
And the one miracle I happened to unlock was the one that requires 2 greed and 2 progress.
2 greed, 2.
So
I can play that now.
I can cast this big epic miracle here. Yeah.
Oh my.
This is even better than I didn't realize I could do that. Can I do Instrument of Death?
Yes, that requires 2 progress, and there are 2 progress out, so you can, yes.
Damn. Some big miracles have been played.
Big miracles. So first we resolve Joe's instant effects. So
forget and
forget and grow. So he can he can learn a miracle, or he can basically unlock one of the locked miracle stacks. He can throw one of those black stones off of one of his stacks.
I certainly want to unlock Dragon Slayer.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that does look freaking
And
cool.
then you also get to forget a card in the center that costs 2 or less. So any one of these 3 cards you can just remove from the discard forever.
I don't like being underground. I'm a little claustrophobic.
Yeah, excavation.
All right, there we go.
Get it out of here.
It's gone. And then we do Nerd's effects. Oh my gosh, Nerd has some crazy effects. He gets to forget 2 things.
Oh, wow.
So everything's gone.
Oh, yeah. Everything's gone.
Pestilence, man.
And then foretell.
And then he's going to foretell. So he's going to look. He gets to look at these top 3 cards of the deck and discard one of them.
So that's a strong card right there.
Well, I'm not really discarding it.
Nerd has X-ray vision. It's amazing.
Oh yes, and his special power is when he prophesizes, instead of discarding it, he gets to record it, save it for for the next round.
Really
I
good.
keep that.
So certain characters certain gods really benefit off certain miracles then.
Yep. And then so for me, I'm beholding infinity, so I get to unlock another miracle stack. I'm going to take missionaries. I'm going to unlock missionaries. And I get to prophesize. But for me, it is just discarded.
Discard one.
So let's see. I don't want despair, so I'm going to discard that. And then these 2.
I mean, you don't have to. It's may.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, so this is the discard pile. I think we've resolved all of our effects, so we can move our cast miracles into there, including Joe's. And this card you recorded. Oh, you can. No, it's me that can keep recorded cards. So yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Okay.
God knowledge.
Okay, and then we flip three new cards.
Okay. it's a really repeatable system. It's
Yeah.
really like easy to understand. So
That is
tragedy,
crap.
Providence, commemoration.
Yeah. So 2 which is locked for me. Sad.
So yeah, if you unlocked obsolence.
Wow. I almost like lost the game there.
Really?
I need to unlock that.
All I have is more in power.
I know. Me too. I only have one option here.
I'm guessing.
That was
Oh,
terrible.
there's got something
Yeah, how about
strong.
they add some sanctuary to it?
Okay, so
Ghosts.
no instant effects. I do have I do get to record one of these. I will record tragedy again, and then we just discard everything.
Decent.
I might be out soon.
Yeah, right. I know we've got a strange deck here. So these 2 get flipped, and one more.
I'm quite happy. Oh, not another pestilence.
Oh my gosh, another pestilence
No, no.
and another behold infinity for me. So
Well,
oh wait, you know what? I might not do that.
throne.
Yeah, I don't want to do that actually.
I'm gonna play a temple, since I have access.
Temple of knowledge.
Since I have access to this progress here too.
Very nice.
Actually, I think I have a good bargain for that one.
Bargain.
Okay. Got a bargain and a temple, and Joe is dethroning.
Oh no.
Okay, so we do.
So, desecrate.
I think Nerd has the priority, so Nerd's effects happen first.
Yeah.
Tell and tribute. So he gains 1 tribute, right?
Yeah, he gains 1 tribute,
Yeah.
which Joe is immediately going to get rid of, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, desecrate. Yeah.
Sad.
That's unfortunate.
Let's forget this.
Okay. And
Get out of here.
I'm going to play my temple. When I play this temple, I get to record 1 thing. So I will record the excavation. This goes discarded. Oh, and also when you play a temple, it is unlisted in the rules, but you get to pull the top card and store it under your temple deck. So
Very nice.
So now next time that temple comes out, I get to either I can add this to the mortal realm, this story to the mortal realm, or I can add the top card of the deck to the mortal realm. So temples start making 4 stories happen at once.
Yeah.
Once they start coming out. Okay, that's that, I think, right? Joe, did you do dethrone? You get to. You forgot a card and you messed up, Nerd.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
You're not really messing
I'm a god, you know. I don't make mistakes.
Okay.
God of War.
So this is discard.
But I'm curious if you can survive this.
Oh. Instruments of Death.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So a enlightened story has come out. So what enlightened means is this turn, not only must we cast a miracle as normal, after we resolve those miracles, we basically cast another one for free. That requires at least 1 despair or progress.
Interesting.
So this is when the big stuff starts happening, but we don't get the effect of the second one that is cast. So.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
Oh.
I'm going to behold infinity again with my story.
There's 2 behold infinities on the board.
I'm going to run out of behold infinities.
Too many infinities. Rebirth, that one looks creepy.
And this go away. Okay. Oh, I probably do my effects first. I'm going to learn something. I will learn my ultimate ability.
Uh-oh.
Watch out. So I can cast this as soon as there's 3 progress, 1 goodwill, 1 greed, and 1 honor, and no awe in play. So as soon as there's 1 awe in play, I can't ever cast this.
Can't play it.
If I get a little bit of all the other things, we're good. So I've unlocked that, and I'm prophesizing.
So in terms of the inspiration of this game, you mentioned Dominion, which I can see, Dominion's like one of the core kind of deck builders, right? But
Do I get a point?
Any other kind of like inspirations?
Yes,
Yes,
you do
good
get a
point.
point. Yep. Nah. Let's see. I mean, just it's the deck builder genre, so I guess it kind of pulls
Yeah.
inspiration for many different things.
Mhm.
One thing I was trying to aim for with this is that none of the cards have any text on them, so it's pretty
Yeah,
accessible.
that is nice. It's
Once you know the rules, you don't need to read anything. You just like look at the icons,
Yep.
and so that's sort of one sort of thing I was going for this.
Mhm.
But mainly it's all about them deck builders.
Yeah.
Okay, I've resolved my effects. Has everyone else resolved their stuff?
I'm in the lead.
Yeah,
Okay, boom.
Let's stop the game.
and now we have to play second card.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Oh,
using
easy.
either, so it's free, but the effect doesn't happen, and it must cost at least 1 despair or 1 progress.
Okay.
So
So that could really contribute to someone winning if they had like a despair card that they needed, because there'll be a lot of despair on the board. Oh, wowza.
Okay, and then Joe has cast this, so that goes in the discard. I think everything goes in the discard. Nothing's saved for next round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh. There you go. What's the next 3?
There's a little bit of things to keep track of in this game that I'm trying to figure out how to do, because we've got all these like different, like some cards we're saving for next turn, and some things we just played, and it's like what goes in the discard pile and what doesn't. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix that.
Pestilence, Drow, Oasis.
No, Utopia.
Okay. So we've got 2 greed, 2 despair, 1 awe, 1 goodwill.
Very nice.
I think I can do a harsh lesson.
Ooh, foreboding. Harsh lesson. So that will give you chord and get. It's an interesting combo. Record and forget.
If these guys leave any cards for me to even record.
Don't worry.
I'm forgetting this thing.
All right.
Terrible.
Oh yeah, you're all.
Drought's gone.
I get a point, and I get to
Somebody gets their point minus.
No one even had any tribute, which is kind of unusual. Okay, so you get a thing, and you get to prophesize, and then I do have cards left over to record. Hooray!
Okay.
So I can record. Which one do I want?
Oh, sweet Jesus. This is going to be madness next turn.
Okay, I'm going to record Oasis Sanctuary. And I cannot forget Pestilence because it costs more than Harsh Lesson. So.
Okay.
I hope you're ready to play some cards.
Yeah, right? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there's a big deck right here in the middle.
Oh, right. And Nerd knows what the top 2 are, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Argon. Whole Infinity, Temple of Knowledge.
Oh my gosh, 2 enlightened stories. This game is gonna end from people running out of stacks, I'm sure.
So someone's gonna be left standing.
Well,
oh,
3 despair and 3 progress. 3 progress is great for me. I can play a temple as my first card. And I'm gonna use my God's power to. Usually, you have to use the recorded stories right in the next round, but I can store it for any future round. So
I am going to unlock the River of Blood.
Well,
nice.
That's
That is ominous.
I unlocked the gift.
Not a stream, not a creek, not a small pool, a river.
A river.
Okay, actually, I'm going to record this.
The gift looks
putting
nice.
this back.
Play the gift.
So now I'm recording this. Okay.
Okay.
It was okay. So did everyone resolve their first card?
Yes.
Okay, so now everyone must put 2 more cards into the discard pile. One requiring either
no.
despair or progress, and one requiring either greed or progress.
So that's what Behold Infinity does, is it? Or
Yeah, Behold Infinity has this little enlightened symbol on the bottom, and so does Temple of Knowledge. Oh, I didn't realize Temple of Knowledge came out. We should have added another card.
I got you.
I
can't play a card daily. Okay.
I choose to forget
See now.
this abomination.
I'll remember next time.
Bargain.
Bargain is
Who
forgotten.
needs to bargain?
Okay, now we put new cards into the discard pile. I'm going to add a temple and a
Another
temple.
temple knowledge. Oh my. 3 temples out. Oh dear.
So I have temples everywhere.
And I
Temples.
will also add
Temples everywhere.
temple
Blimey.
and another sanctuary.
Nice. All right, Joe, did you put your 2 additional cards in?
Additional card.
Yeah, so one that requires either progress or despair, and one that requires either progress or greed. And you get to play them for free, but you don't get their effects.
Oops.
Okay, that one's 1.
So previously you mentioned this was going to be for like 6 players you're aiming for, right? So
Yeah.
obviously you'd have to design more gods,
Yep.
I assume, right? Have you got any like designs in mind for that?
Yes. So each god will have, so there's 6 sort of values or belief resources.
Pretty much, yeah.
So each god would basically focus on one.
You based around that, yeah.
I'm halfway through creating the deck for the God of Stagnation, whose main effect is, or whose main belief is despair.
Despair.
And he's fun. His ability relocks people's miracle stacks that have unlocked. So he just makes it harder and harder for you to cast things.
Cast things, yeah. Makes sense. Right, reveal the boys.
Okay, a Temple of Knowledge has come out. So what I do is take this top card of the deck, and then I either add this to the center or I add the commemoration to the center and store that. I will add commemoration to the center.
Commemoration, yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Prosperity.
Okay.
Nice.
So we end up with 2 awe, 2 greed, 1 progress.
1 honor. Or 1 progress, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong side of the card.
2 greed.
So you can't play Omniscience. So there's...
I can
Can't play my Dragon Slayer.
Ooh.
Oh, blimey.
Oh yeah, you can.
Forget and 2 tribute points, okay.
I can't play anything good. I'm just gonna have to play.
Illuminate.
What do I want to play? I think it is Illuminate. Yeah. Okay. So everyone's effects resolve. Starting with Joe. Oh my gosh! So you gain 2 tribute and forget something.
Yep.
Oh, you're forgetting my temple. Sad.
Yeah, screw your temple.
All right.
I'm a heathen.
So there is no way to get forgotten cards back. They are out of play.
Yep.
Fair enough.
The dragon destroyed my temple.
Destroyed it.
And then Joe killed the dragon and took its treasure. I don't know what the story is there. Okay, Nerd is storing that. This gets added to the discard pile. And then we have to resolve the that temple that got forgotten's enlighten ability. So now everyone has to add either a card that costs progress or greed.
So even when forgone, you still have to resolve the effect?
Yes. For theoretically, technically, story effects happen before cast cards.
Happen before. Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah.
The gift. Which color is greed?
Greed is yellow. So yellow or green. Something that costs yellow or green.
Definitely having a sort of glossary for those symbols, so you can just quickly look and see which ones.
Or I can stop using the names and just say green, yellow, blue, orange.
Oh no, I think have both honestly, because
Yeah. All right.
I mean, to be fair, you're not using many texts, so maybe.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
I've added my last temple, so there I have added all 6 temples, and one has been destroyed.
Ooh.
But that's fun. So I'm gonna be doing my temple shenanigans.
Temple shenanigans.
Okay, so this is recorded for me to use at a future date, and this is stored under my temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Nerd's got a recorded thing, and oh, this is a nerd temple.
Wow.
Yeah.
Temple of Promises.
So when you
the God of Promise.
one rule that isn't written down is when you play your first temple, you get to store the top card of the deck. So that top card should be stored. And now, before we do any casting, Nerd, you can flip the top card of the deck and either add that to the Mortal Realm or the cards stored under your temples.
I'm going to use that one.
Okay, so that other card continues being stored under your temples. So we have... Wait, is this the discard pile? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the discard pile, yeah.
Alright, so we have these resources to use. I can't cast my Omniscience, sadly.
Fortunate.
3
There's a river of blood about to sweep away all of you.
Despair. 2.
Blue is in play. Oh. Kind of cyan colors all, right? Oh.
I think I'm going to do an otherworldly visit. Ooh. Oh, I don't think I get to go first this time. I think it's Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Go first. Oh, River of Blood. Is that coming out?
Oh my gosh, more removing tribute.
Oh, poor Nerd. He's never getting.
I know.
Never getting tribute points.
He keeps getting, and that gets forgotten. Okay.
Oh.
I get another 3.
But then you forget one.
He gets unlocked. Okay, and he
Seems
gets
God of War's forgetting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's sort of his thing. He gets to
That's kind of it's his thing.
I played this one stored, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that is his special effect.
All right, and then I'm doing Otherworldly Visit. I gain 1 tribute, and I get to prophesize. Is there a discard pile for me to shuffle in? It's this, right?
Yeah.
All right, shuffle that. Look at the top 3.
What we got here?
And I will discard this greed one. And then put these 2 back.
Put it somewhere.
Yeah, alright, so now everything here is discarded.
Conquest. Very nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was there an enlightened thing that came out? I don't think so. Because your temple isn't
What about
enlightened.
my River of Blood?
No.
I think it's thing over
No,
there.
no. That hasn't got the
Alright, nice.
right.
Okay. That was a turn.
Return.
And then this is boring. Oh my gosh.
Kind of disappointing, yeah.
Yeah, no one's really playing to these. I mean,
I might have to use my Behold
Ooh.
Infinity.
Gaia Quest. Interesting.
Um,
So you get to.
What do I want to unlock here? Based on what I've done. Ooh. Ooh.
wow. I'm going to hold on to Behold Infinity. I'm just going to play a low.
I'm
lame-
unlocking the Ragman here.
Nice.
I'm going to destroy this one.
And I'm taking my
No.
point.
And I'm unlocking Utopia.
God of War stacking up some points. Well, you need 13.
13, yeah.
Hmm.
Theoretically, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if everything's balanced quite right.
I better hope that Ragnarok doesn't show up.
Oh, is Ragnarok unlocked? Uh-oh, okay.
Oh, that's. Oh, my. Wowza.
It's like Oogie Oglethorpe.
Jeez. Well, there's all the honor and greed, which you guys like, and I don't. What can I do with honor and greed? Like nothing.
Oh, yeah, actually a temple.
Well, I almost got Ragnarok Unleashed there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Temple Promises
That was-
coming out.
You
One-
were
Two
just
symbols.
just one despair shy. Wow. Oh,
Oh,
crazy.
unlucky.
3 and 2. 3, no, 4.
So if you had that one
Like,
despair, you
not
would have won the
blocked.
game.
Mm-hmm.
A temple
Right.
of war.
Temple of War. Very
I'm
nice.
going to.
That just gives you.
I'm going to
And to
use.
forget. I don't want to forget any of these. Do I have to forget something?
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll forget Empower.
Okay, and I'm using my Behold Infinity to cast Behold Infinity. Unlocking that whatever this is, obsolescence and prophesizing. Oh, so before we add these cards to the
Yeah.
okay, this gets shuffled in.
Old Infinity.
Come on.
Oops. There we go.
Okay, top 3. And I will discard the honor.
River of Blood, yeah.
Okay, and then these two go on top, and then we're going to reveal them in addition to that one. So this is a Temple of Knowledge, so I get to either... I'm going to flip over this, and I'm going to put...
I'm going to put on the board. What symbols we got here?
This one.
2 yellows, 2 greens.
Storing this.
2
Ooh.
ooh.
Okay,
Write some cards.
I'm trying to end the game
A
here.
lot of...
This might end the
Yeah.
game.
So you have... all despair. 3 progress.
And we have to play 3 cards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So there is
You
no awe. I'm just 1 honor shy of casting my omniscience. Dang.
Dang, just that tiny little difference.
There's no honor.
I mean, obviously you said, like, things might not be quite balanced, but it seems like anyone can win at really any time. Like, Joe was going to win at a point because he was 1
Yep, 1 shy, yeah.
1 shy. You just were 1 shy. It's very interesting, honestly.
The hope is that, like, there's some counterplay to the people just auto-winning with the miracles with, like, being able to, like, temple things
That was
out,
what I was
or-
wondering, like, if there's ways you could deny that. But
Yeah.
I do, like, I don't have much experience in deck builders, but from what I know of, like, some like popular ones, there are just kind of strategies that just win the game prematurely, and there's not much you can do about that. But I
Yeah.
can see this being very spontaneous, which I think is really cool. Anyone can win.
Okay, I'm going to forget Conquest
Oh,
and record Behold Infinity.
Behold Infinity's back in your hand.
Okay, so this goes everyone's things once they're resolved, and then we have to play
Put the
2 enlightened cards, 1 requiring progress or greed, and 1 requiring progress or despair.
How about some gifts?
Some gifts.
What colors are they?
Green or black, and green or yellow.
I don't have any greens.
Okay, so you'll have to do something that costs yellow and something that costs black.
I don't have any blacks.
Uh-oh, that might be eliminated. Oh, no, this right here costs green.
Oh, any amount of green.
Yep.
Yeah, and you also have
Okay.
to roll blood.
You're safe.
So yeah.
But we just don't, you don't resolve their effects, but you do
Here, I'm
Yeah.
going to take my conquest back and I'll put the throne in there.
go with that, and...
Very nice.
Okay.
Come on, Ragnarok.
I
Where are
know.
you?
Okay, let's see. This is a discard pile over here, too. Okay, this is stored under my temple. This is my forgot, or my recorded.
Goes away, fair enough. What we got on the board?
Temple
Oh,
of Promises. So this is another
Promises.
nerd temple.
Yeah.
I like that term, nerd temple.
The Temple of Nerd.
Yeah,
So you
that's
can
just
either add
terrible.
famine or whatever card is stored under your temple. So
That
Oasis.
would be Sanctuary.
Oasis.
Doesn't really help either. That's annoying.
Yeah, because you need greed. Darn.
Let's see.
If the despair god was in the game, that he would definitely benefit off this. 3 despair on the board right now.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to play my Sanctuary.
Does no effects.
Okay, so now those are these
Four
four
cards.
cards are the resources we have. I can't do Omniscience.
Oh, nice.
I can't do that.
I can go River of Blood, I think.
Can't do that.
That looks so cool as a card. The hell. Y'all look seek.
So I will do
A lot of water
Exploration.
here. Shivering Flood, River of Blood.
So you guys can start
Actually,
subtracting.
you go first.
Nice pick.
Someone's
Someone's losing 2 tribute points.
Oh no! Is Joe doing the third? Is this your last
Can that
River
be
of Blood?
split?
No, you still have another one. Dang it. Okay.
Can it be split across players so you can remove 1 from each of you?
Yeah.
Or does it have to be on 1 player?
No, it's 2 separate instances, so he could remove 1 from each of us.
That's
Oh.
exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
You guys both-
Yeah, I see no reason to. Not 2 even.
And then I get 2 back.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Nice. And then I gain
Getting it right back.
1,
By the way, I'm going
Okay.
to remove that one.
and then I get to forget something that costs 1 or less. Is there anything that costs 1 or less? Oh yeah. Bye.
I forgot this
It's
guy.
just a tower of cards here, just floating in
I know.
space. Very ominous.
And then was there an enlightened thing? There wasn't. It was just a temple. Okay.
I forgot this bargain. That should
Oh.
be tossed.
Is that?
Toss the bargain. It was forgotten.
Oh, it's forgotten.
Oh.
Okay.
It's forgotten. Okay.
Oh,
Oh no.
The other
I
card.
grabbed it. Oh no, where's it gone?
Go back 10 seconds. Reverse time.
Alright.
Time warp.
Wow. Is that the top? Who's the
Um,
dethroner?
I-
Shimmering Flood.
I don't think it'll matter too much.
Just 10
Garbage.
seconds.
Oh, I is that me? Let's see if I can.
Yaros. Yeah.
It's gonna like mess up everything. I hate rewinding time. Should I try?
It is.
Well, just remember 5, 2, and 1. I think it might reset the time.
It resets the timer. Okay.
Sometimes it resets banks and stuff like that. I've seen that before. Yep. Oh. No,
No.
it brought it back. It went to 0 for a second. What in the hell?
That was
That's
dangerous.
right,
I did probably.
Stuff
didn't-
all in the air, dude.
I don't think it reversed.
And
It's some
didn't
terrible
go
magic
far.
trick gone wrong.
It didn't go far back enough.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind
Yeah,
more.
probably
Oh
not.
god.
Ooh, no. Is it- oh,
more?
Still not enough.
ah,
Still not enough.
hey.
Still not- Oh, actually.
Well,
Okay, I think that
Okay.
might be it.
Jesus Christ.
There's bargain.
Okay.
Bargain is destroyed.
So bargain goes away. Okay,
Get it out of here.
we're probably okay.
Yeah. That looks fine.
Okay, we're back.
So that goes back into.
No.
Wait, no. I
No.
thought it does. No.
No. Rewind.
Rewind. Fuck.
Okay.
I have not understood the rules yet.
All right.
Okay.
No.
Nice.
That only goes back if we run out
Oh
of cards.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not before that.
Or if someone prophesizes, that's the other reason they get shuffled in.
Alrighty. Reveal the voice.
Oh boy,
2 double knowledges. No.
2
Yeah.
temples for me. Okay, can I? So
So you have to pay 1 cost. right?
okay, so currently Nerd can end the game, but I've got 2 temples to mess with him.
Oh, so you could foil
So,
his plans.
I'll. The only way to stop him is to get some honor in play,
Oh god, Apocalypse is out. No.
and dethrone is stored, which has no honor. So let's see. Fudge. I'm gonna add this to the deck. Okay. Second temple. No!
That's game then.
That is game.
Apocalypse. That looks
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Wow.
yeah, similar.
Well played, nerd. I feel like
Jeez.
I had all my stacks left. I was trying to get you guys to run out of stacks. That was my game plan.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I also fired that thing. All of my gifts were in the deck.
Yeah, all the gifts went away.
And those are also the enlightened, so
Nice.
it would have been
Well
hilarious.
played.
All right, so what do you guys think? I can
It's
take
really
it.
interesting, honestly. Like I really like dig the just general look and feel of the game. Like I know like obviously all the arts from the Wombo site thing, but it works, honestly. Like the kind of abstractness just I don't know, for me personally it's really cool. Honestly. Like because again I haven't played many deck builders, so like I don't have like too much like to compare to, but I really like the mechanic of the players building the central deck. That's like just really interesting. So yeah, I think it's really good, honestly. Really good. I can't
I have so much
voice,
I have so much fun with the AI art stuff. Sometimes I just sit here and just
honestly
save
when you...
images to my hard drive.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's mad that it's free, honestly. I thought
it's crazy.
something like that would be a subscription service.
There's probably some sort of catch. Like they probably own this game now or something.
I mean,
which is fine by me. But
yeah,
Game mat with some of this art in the center instead of the wood, which kind of distracts from everything, the scenery. Maybe some kind of background where in the Mount Olympus of wherever this takes place, kind of game.
Oh
mat.
yeah, custom.
Background, yeah.
Early prototype. So
let's see.
Just something to play on. Like if it would actually come out. Like I think maybe having something where you play the cards that are coming out and the discards where they're going. Because I kind of got a little confused. Things were all over the place. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, dedicated discard.
I think just a mat that had places for each thing, you would just know, okay, that's the discard pile. That's just what happened. There's the forgotten ones, whatever.
Yep.
So, 100%. That's
organization for that.
I mean, that's my own critique too. That my biggest critique is that it just once a lot of effects are happening, it gets kind of hard to tell. Like what cards are still in the middle to forget or record, which things are like only accessible by one person because they recorded it last round. It gets a little complex there.
And also the temple.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I completely lost track of like even where the temples were when they were tracking stuff or holding stuff even. So yeah, I think a player map would definitely work for that.
I also wouldn't mind, since I am a god, having some godlike power that I can use sparingly to upset the balance of things.
Yeah.
Typical kind of Greek mythology, where they're always playing with mortals and they're always screwing around with each other.
I don't know. I think just the basics of the game kind of allow you to do that, but I kind of see what you mean, like something like built into the character board that you could do. Yeah. But honestly, I kind of like the way just the cards work with that. Like, you know, like if you had played drew, it was a dethrone right that you needed. Like that would have like foiled Nerd's plan, but I guess that was on the RNG of the deck. But that'd be interesting. Maybe something. I guess the consistency would be a good thing because. I can see maybe, depending on like the balance of the game and stuff, that there could be strategies that are really hard to counterplay. So if you have like a consistent ability you can use most of the time, maybe. I don't know. You have to play test it for sure. But I'm not sure about that. But I really do like the like little text aspect of the game. Like everything is symbols. In terms of like the resources, like you said, you might just use the colors instead. I think initially I said, you should do both. I actually think probably doing one or the other because I was trying to remember the names of like, the turquoise one is purple one is I can't remember what the honest. I think probably colors would probably be best. Just focusing on those. So like, you need 3 purples, 1 red, or whatever. I think that just kind of speed it up a fair bit because you wouldn't have to memorize the specific names for things.
Yeah.
Especially because the way you've got the cards set out, it's not like it literally says you need, like in text form, you need 3 honor, for example. It just has the symbol. So I think just having a single name, that probably is the color. That would probably be the best way to do it.
Well, I think
even twist them a little bit.
Yeah.
Say instead of even naming them, have the symbols be worshippers that they're using.
Oh, sure.
They stand for like people almost.
Okay, yeah, that could be it.
They're worshippers, and they're drawing power from their worshippers to pull off this stuff.
Yeah, I think what I'm aiming for is like in a game like Century Spice Road, for instance, the brown cubes are called like cardamom, or cinnamon or something, and the green ones are called something, but no one ever uses the names, but they do have the names, right? So the cubes do represent spices that have names, but like. Whenever I play, I'm just like, all right, I'm trading 2 yellows for 1 red.
2 yellows.
I
think that people are going to go for what's intuitive, and I think you should just play towards that. And although, like, I do like the idea of like these being specific resources from these stories, greed or honor. So it would sacrifice the kind of quote unquote narrative of the game a bit. But I think with the cards you've got, like. I'd say just the names of the cards alone are more kind of evocative of the narrative. You're placing beacons, rivers of bloods, teaching harsh lessons. I wouldn't necessarily say the resources are like super significant in that way because ultimately players are thinking, okay, there's 2 purples or like 2 purples and 1 yellow available. So I think you should just make the resource side of it as intuitive as possible. And if that involves removing names so people just aren't even second guessing about that, that would probably help the best. Yeah.
Right on. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for checking this one out.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I honestly didn't know really what to expect, but I really like the kind of repeatable gameplay loop. I think if you like really refine that and make sure like there's no kind of exception rules or just like everything is clarified, it could just be this super fat, because that's another thing with like deck builders. I find they're quite, they're big commitments, right, to play. You have to set them all up, and then they could take like hours to play, but I don't know how long it's barely been an hour, right? Like that was really fast. So I think if you like really refine that kind of central gameplay loop, it'll be really enjoyable. I mean, it was enjoyable to watch in this state, so it can only go up from here, really. So
great.
Is it going to show up at GenCon? Will we have a prototype?
No, this is a game. This is sort of like I said, it's like a thought exercise. I'm definitely like having fun building it. I'm gonna complete it and make the 6 gods, but still, I mean, my priority is Primordial Secrets. We got to get that published and out the door, and then. This is just one of those. Maybe if a publisher comes up to me and wants a pitch that isn't Primordial Secrets, I'll maybe mention this one or something. But that's the extent of it. Just a fun project. There's some hurdles to get over on this one. The setup is kind of like this takes up a lot of table space for one. The setup is a bit much, right? You've got to get all these stacks in front of you.
From a spectator perspective, I understand like not everyone's going to do this, and obviously it's going to be very different when playing it, but obviously it will have a lot to do with this is my first time seeing the game. I don't have a full understanding of it, but just from a glance, I couldn't really tell the state of like the players at any point, if that makes sense. Like you were talking about like, I was playing like to removing your stacks, right? So you have like you can't play any more cards, which does make sense, but it just wasn't super like tangible in my mind until a few like minutes in, which might just be the learning process. Take that with a pinch of salt. But I don't really know what you could do to like, make that better or anything. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying, to be fair. I guess it is just from a first time of seeing it. It was a bit odd, but I don't know. It's in its early stages, so
yeah.
probably isn't a huge issue. But a really, really enjoyable game, honestly, to watch. Like, just the kind of abstractness of it. Yeah, quite easy to follow and really interesting to watch.
Great.
Good, really good.
Joe, what do we got next week? What are we playing next week? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If you can kill 15 seconds, I can tell you.
Okay, let's kill 15 seconds.
Kill 15. Got 4 minutes.
Nerd, what is your favorite game of all time?
What?
That's a question.
In what regard? Video games, board games?
The answer to the real question.
A board game. What is your favorite board game of all time?
Favorite board game of all that time? Honestly, I guess I go for the classic Dominion.
Nice. That's I feel like an uncommon answer, to be honest, because I think a lot of people like grew up on Dominion but have kind of moved on from it.
Moved away from it, to more.
But I'm with you, Nerd. I still play Dominion quite a bit. Like, I have, way too many expansions for it. I'm always breaking it out.
Yeah, but honestly,
all right, so next week we have Vespa by John Glenn, which is a delivery kind of game where you earn upgrades for your scooter and backpack.
Oh, okay.
And try to get your landlord to change their no pets allowed policy so you can finally get Buttercup, the pooch in question.
Good doggy.
Okay.
Oh God, I will definitely
pick
be
up
up
and delivery Euro style board game for 2 to 4 players.
Awesome. So yes, well, thanks for everyone that watched our amateur week this week with Worship, and I think next week
that's good.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. See you then.
All right, thank you everyone. Have a good night and a good weekend.
All right. Cheers, everyone.